talking bone health today with Vita-Aid Bone Health Bundle. An interesting one to look at. It consists of calcium with vitamin D3 and K2, as well as vitamin D3 tablets. So I'm very keen on finding out who exactly gets to use the supplement. And this bundle specifically, which is available for 250 rands, great value, perfect supplements that will assist you in making sure that your bone health is well taken care of. I have Jumo in studio who's going to be breaking down the importance of this bone health bundle. And immediately when you talk bone health, I think the elderly, which is not necessarily how it's supposed to be.
Interestingly enough, that's what most people would think. But when we think bone health, we should actually be starting with our teenagers, because bone development, you know, has to be well taken care of, and you need more, you up to the age of 20, Ludwig.
Okay.
That's when you get like you get the maximum, you know, amount that you should have in terms of the right structure.
Okay.
So if you miss out when you're quite young, it means your bone might not be as strong as it should be. So when we talk about bone health, yes, we normally think about the elderly, but yes, the elderly are covered in this, but it's just simply a journey. Start when you are young, carry on into adult life until you are, you know, among what we call the geriatrics that are very old. But when you look at it, you should be enjoying a very good healthy skeleton throughout your life, because this is what's carrying you. This is your framework, and you want to make sure that your framework is nice and firm.
This is, no, the price. When I talk about the price, you probably think, what's the catch? We're all about giving you great value and want to make sure that you understand the importance of supplementing. And the best way to do that is to make sure that people are able to access the supplements.
Definitely.
So that's why you're getting this bundle for 250 rands. Really, I love the fact that you're talking about changing the way that we're thinking. And in actual fact, I've been advocating for prevention. Now I'm the same person who's like, let's wait till we're older to start using this. Actually, the earlier you start, the better. And we have the perfect combination here. We've done the shopping for you. So let's start with, which one? Let's start with calcium, with vitamin D3 and K2.
Calcium, vitamin D3 and K2. Because what's really happening here, viewers at home, is when you look at bone health, you want to make sure that the calcium that you are taking ends up or lands in the bones.
Okay.
It finds its way to the bones and to the teeth, because 99% of the total calcium in the human body is found in your bones and in your teeth. So when you look at it, when you look at strength and structure, making sure that your framework, your skeleton is nicely built up, you want to make sure that calcium finds its way to the skeleton. And this is where the matrix comes in. So when you look at Vita-Aid, they've looked at making sure that we always say you are what you absorb.
Yes.
This is to make sure that you get the calcium to where you want it to work. So when you look at calcium and you look at vitamin D3 and you look at K2. So vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, those are what we would call the supporting nutrients that are making it easy to make sure that the calcium gets its way to the bones.
All right, and then the ribose, how does the ribose tie in there?
Well, the beauty about ribose, you know, when you look at Vita-Aid products, especially the vitamins and the minerals, is to make sure that the absorption of the nutrients is enhanced. And when you look at it, it's also about energy, because what's happening here is for the whole transaction to take place, the body has to have enough what we call ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate needs ribose in order for it to be manufactured. So by giving it the body ribose, the body can produce enough ATP, and then it can drive, one, enhancing the absorption of the calcium, the D3 and the K2, but also making sure that you've got enough energy.
So now we're talking 30 tablets there, and how do I take this? When do I take this?
We've got 30 tablets, and all you need to do is take one tablet every day.
Okay.
And one tablet is all you need, because when you look at the science behind it, this has been put together to make sure that you are getting the maximum of the dosage that you are getting. And when you look at it, breaking it stage by stage, you've got to absorb it from the gut. So the vitamin D3 is going to play the first crucial role of making sure that you move the calcium from the gut or from the stomach to the bloodstream. Then the vitamin K2 finalizes the movement from the bloodstream to the bones, where you need the calcium to it. So this is a very good way of working in synergy to make sure that the calcium is safely being moved from the stomach or from the gut to the bones where you need it. Because if you do not do that, you might find now the calcium going into what we call soft tissues, your tendons, your muscles. And when that happens, you find that you've got now challenges, which is what we call, soft tissue calcification, where you've got calcium deposited in the wrong places, and that is not good for health. And also when you look at your arteries, you want to make sure that the fluidity or the structure is maintained by making sure that you do not have calcium being deposited in your blood vessels. You would rather have it being moved to the bones where you need it. There's a little bit that is needed, that is left in the bloodstream, that will help with your heart rhythm and making sure it helps with your with what you call your muscles, in terms of how you contract and how you relax your muscles with the aid of the magnesium.
So you're talking about how the earlier you start, the better. At what age can I start?
Well, you can start this from as early as 12 years old. Take one every day, and then help yourself right through. Like I said earlier on, build strong bones, because this is done until the age of about 20. After 20, it becomes very difficult to actually, enhance the strength of your bones. So this is crucial for you to start very early and take this calcium supplement right through your life. This is something that you need to take right through your life.
Right through your life. And Chumo mentioned how this is a structure, your frame, and you need to take better care of yourself. Now let's look at, because this is a bundle, you're getting yourself this bundle for 250 rands. Now let's talk about vitamin D3.
I like the way that we've added an extra vitamin D3 on its own, because this is to make sure that, one, when you look at the whole structure of building bone and all that, it also comes with making sure that your immune system must be strengthened. You want to make sure that your bones are becoming much stronger. So with the bone support, what you are looking at, this is very important, because we want to make sure that you've got enough of the vitamin D3. This is not what we would call the sunshine vitamin. But unfortunately, most of us do not spend enough time in the sunlight. So we're not getting enough of the vitamin D3 being produced in the body, because this is supposed to be produced in the body naturally. But because of that now, let's also not forget sunscreens. Sunscreens prevent the sunshine penetrating, and hence we do not have the capacity to produce enough as we should. So supplementation becomes key to make sure that we've got enough of the vitamin D3. Not only is the vitamin D3 will help with the bone in terms of the bone density, but also it's coming in to make sure that the pH, which is making sure that we function well in a slightly alkaline environment. So when you look at it, pH becomes crucial, because in terms of how the phosphate is being recycled, D3 plays a crucial role, and that will help us to make sure that the pH of the blood and the tissues is maintained well above 7. When it's maintained well above 7, it plays an important role. Inflammation is well handled, and also healing is self-healing takes place in that kind of healthy environment. So D3 plays a very crucial role when it comes to that. But let's not forget the fact that we've also got vitamin K2 to help us with what we'd call clotting. Because when you look at the blood clotting, that's very key, because when you look at the whole structure in terms of your bones, in terms of your blood vessels, when you bleed, we don't want you to bleed to death. So vitamin K2 also plays that role to make sure that you can control and stop the bleeding timeously. So that's why vitamin K2 is also a very key nutrient when it comes to how the whole structure of the blood vessels, the bones, and the framework that we are talking about is concerned.
I must say, this is an interesting bundle. It's the Vita-Aid Bone Health Bundle. And I know when we talk about vitamins, some people it gets confusing. What exactly am I taking? How is it helping me? But this is an interesting one, because when you look at the calcium, it's got vitamin D3 and it's got K2. And then we have D3. That alone emphasizes how important it is for you to get D3.
The vitamin, because we're not getting enough. Right now we are in the studio. There's no, we are actually in a covered area. There is no sunlight coming in. And when you look at it, most of us are working in air-conditioned work offices. And all that is robbing us of the quality that we should be getting and the connection that we should be having with the outside. So we're not getting enough of the vitamin D. And when you look at it, I like the fact that if you're in Southern Africa, the other reason why we have set this to make sure that you get maximum benefit, because when you look at it, when it's winter time, you want to make sure that you've got enough vitamin D3 to set the mood right and make sure that everything works well, because when your mood is affected, everything else in terms of how you utilize and how you behave is affected. So D3 is coming in to make sure that we boost your immune system, we're balancing the foundation of your health, and then let the bone health being enhanced in an environment that is nice and healthy.
And you said the vitamin D3 is the sunshine vitamin, right?
That's the sunshine
Get your
vitamin.
sunshine vitamin. I needed to say that. Save yourself 50 rands today. Get it for 250 rands. You have an incredible bundle here that's been put together for your bone health. We have calcium with vitamin D3 and K2, and then we have vitamin D3 tablets. So let's talk about the vitamin D3 tablets once again. You have 60 tablets there.
You've got 60 tablets, and you are to take two tablets every day. So just take 2 tablets. Since vitamin D is what we consider is called a fat-soluble vitamin.
Okay.
Just take it. It's good to take it with a meal. Take it with a meal so that you can get maximum absorption. So take 2 every day. That's all you would need. And then, of course, you're taking one of the calcium D3 and K2. Of course, it's powered by D-ribose to make sure that enhancement of absorption, is utilized.
So there's also people who love getting into a routine. They take their vitamins in the morning. Would you say these ones are best to take in the morning?
Best to take them in the morning, because why? There's no need to actually, to take them at a later stage, because that's enough to run through the whole program for the day.
So you're stimulating natural energy production with
Yes.
D-ribose. We are saying get yours right now for 250 rands. Save yourself 50 rands. And this is the Vita-Aid Bone Health Bundle. So if you know someone who's been trying to get into supplementing, or actually everyone needs to get the supplement. I really think this bundle is for everyone, because we want to make sure that your frame and structure is well taken care of. Healthy frame and structure for only 250 rands, and also consistency. Once you start with a supplement, you can't just do it for a week and stop.
Definitely. And this is why now we're bring in the elderly to say, don't forget about the elderly if they have not been supplementing well, to make sure that we can look after their joint health. This is a very good combo for their joint health. And let's not forget the athlete. The athlete is always using his joints, his muscles, and that is crucial. And such a supplement is very key to make sure that they can help themselves during the development of the bones, and making sure that their muscles are well supported on a strong structure.
Definitely. So if you give us a call right now, the number is 0861 000 173. Or if you prefer doing it online and just processing the transaction yourself, it's www.tvmall.co.za. Very easy, simple transaction. And if you feel like you want to get a friendly consultant or someone to assist you, they're waiting for you on standby. They're ready to assist you. The number is 0861 000 173. We're all about making sure that your body is well taken care of all the time. We often talk about hair, skin, nails. We talk about the external, and we want to make sure that your frame is also taken care of, your structure is well taken care of. Are you growing right, actually?
Yes,
that's the
definitely.
one. So get yours right now. It's 0861 000 173. We have calcium with vitamin D3 and K2, as well as vitamin D3. That's all we have in store for you today. We'll see you next time. It's bye-bye from us.